Hello everyone, it's Pat at Beads and Plenty More, and today I'm going to show you how to make this butterfly pendant. It's got the lava stone pendant at the back, and then I've put wire on the front, making nice little circles and a spiral with a bail on top. So that's the butterfly, and I did it also in a heart, and a little bit lighter weight wire. The lighter weight wire might not be as sturdy, so I'm going to stick with the 20 gauge wire that I'm using with the new one today. So I'm back with my nice little butterfly here, lava stone butterfly, which you could use your essential oils on if you wanted to. I've got about 10 inches of 20 gauge wire, and bend that in half like so to get this rounded circle at the top here. So that's going to be my first circle. I'm using these looping pliers that have all the stages on them, different sizes, so I can get lots of different sizes of circles. The first one, I'm going to use the very smallest one. Just bend the two pieces of wire, one each direction. Slide that off, and that's my first little circle. Then I want to make a little bigger circle the next time. So that one's going to sit on the outside of the pliers as I bring the wire across from one direction and across from the, I'll just give it a general type of circle, and then I'm going to make sure that it's tighten up on with the pliers. So bring these pliers down. I wanted to go on that one there. And just, come on, don't fight. Tighten it up like that and slide it off. Now I just want to make sure they're centered. Yeah, not too bad. Bring these up, so we're going to do the next one. And the next one, I'm going to go back to the small plier again. Small circle. That one I can hold with this plier. So lap that one that way and this one this way. And when you're making these circles, don't wrap them too tight on the pliers or whatever you're working with, because it's really hard to get them off. So that's my 3 circles that I'd like to have, and make sure that they sit nice on my pendant. Now, I take the chain nose pliers and bring these leftover pieces up straight, because these are both going to go through the center of the lava pendant piece here. So they have to be tucked nice and tight together. So bring them through here. There we are. And you can always use your pliers to give it a tug to make sure they come through nice and straight. So here we are with our 3 circles. That one at last looks a little distorted, so we'll go in and tidy it up a little. Sometimes when you pull the wires straight up, it distorts the circle a little. So leave a little neck here so that you can bring these all up onto the pendant nice and smooth. You get all 3 sitting on top of your pendant. This one needs a little bend down. There we are. So that's how we start. Now, tilt this back, these 3 wires, and we're going to wrap them around the circle here to form the bail. Now the bail is what your chain will go through to hook up your necklace. Okay, and then I go in with the chain nose pliers, because I don't like this big gap, and grab the 2 wires together and pinch them in this way, back towards the bail, so that they're a little bit snugger in there like that. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with my holding pliers here, separate these 2 wires, and I'm going to take them to the back. This one back, and this one on this side. Bring them in nice and tight. Hold on to the bail so that I don't lose the bail. Now at the back, I want this one, them to crisscross, and this one's going to come to the front, and this one's going to go all the way around and back to the back. Again, I've got way more wire than I need, but it's much, much easier to work with wire if you have excess wire, because then you can get a good pull on it. Now this one I'm going to nip off. Always hold when you're cutting wire so that it doesn't snap into your face. That could hurt. And we'll just give that a little tail a tuck. Get rid of it so that it doesn't pick the skin. And you can use a combination of your round and your chain nose pliers. There we are. Now just make sure the bail's still sitting nice and smooth. There we are. Now this is the piece that's going to come down the front and make this nice swirl. So what I do is I'm going to start with my fingers to create that swirl. And I've got too much wire, so that's good too. Figure out how much to cut off. Cut off about that much. I want it to kind of join up about where the bail is. That's about the right amount. Cut that piece off. Then the round nose pliers are going to do the center swirl. Go in and grab that and start doing a nice center swirl. And we want these two to kind of match up because that's where we're going to put the fine wire to hold them together. So this needs to be a little bit smaller. You can always lift it off, which makes it a little bit easier to work with. Give it that bend. And a little bit more. There we are. That pretty much matches up now. And we want that piece to tuck down so it doesn't pick the skin again. You don't want anything that catches on your clothing. So now that I've got it set up like that, I'm going to use this fine wire and go in and join these two. And if you make a little hook on the end of this wire, it makes it easier to bring it through the two pieces. There we go. And this one being open at the top, you can always go in through the opening. Smart, hey? I leave that opening. Much easier than having to go through the circle too many times. Give that little hook on there. And just get that through there. Take the chain nose pliers and get a hold of it and give it a good pull through there. You need to do this 3 or 4 times to get those two kind of solidified. There we are. That one is coming down, so it has to go through here. There we are. Pliers are good, but fingers are better. Get that nice and tight. So tuck those together so that they look nice and neat. And we can go ahead and, after you've done about 3 wraps, that's good enough to hold the two together. And then these guys we can just nip off. And always a good idea to go in with the chain nose pliers and tuck those tails. Make sure they don't stick out. And the last thing I'm going to do is just bring that bail a little bit more forward so that it sits in the center of the pendant. There we go. Simple. To make a nice little butterfly pendant. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.